The Clark County Council hosted multiple listening sessions about systemic racism in the county and how they can address it.
Last night was their last listening session, and joining us live this morning to talk a little bit about what they learned is Councilman John Blom. Now, thank you so much for joining us. Can you first and foremost tell us, what was discussed? What was the takeaway from last night?
Yeah, so last night was specifically focused on stories that individuals didn't feel comfortable sharing in a public setting. And so we heard about issues of police response to emergency calls, individuals being pulled over for little reason. The things that we've heard across the country are happening in Clark County as well.
Okay, and can you share maybe just some of the personal stories that really stood out to you that made an impact?
I think one of the most impactful, especially given the events in Wisconsin on Sunday, were a mother who had picked up her daughter, both Black, from a party, driving in a part of town that I know well, and were pulled over and forced out of the car. And the police were looking for two Black men that had robbed a donut shop just down the street, and just the way that they were treated. And as soon as they realized that they didn't have the right people, no apologies, the officers involved just left, leaving them naturally just terrified and scared about what had happened and the thought of what could have happened had things gone a little differently.
Hearing those personal stories and what people had to say last night, what were some ways that were discussed in possible moving forward?
We're looking at what are the issues that the county can control. And in earlier sessions, we heard a lot about the systemic racism and the impact that has on public health. And that's an area that does fall within the county's authority. We've seen the disparate impact that COVID-19 has had on our Black communities and our Latinx communities. So we're looking at how can we make sure that we're providing better health access in those areas or in areas that are predominantly people of color within our community. How can we better serve them to make sure that they have the same access to healthcare that our white citizens have as well?
Yeah, I mean, how hard is it? Because we've been talking about, how change is needed for a long time, but it seems like a lot of it is just talk. How hard is it to actually implement some of these changes that are needed, whether it be with healthcare or with, the way the police are trained to deal with some of these situations?
It's a challenge. And we'd like it to go faster than it does. The systems that are in place that are leading to these disparate outcomes, whether it's law and justice, whether it's education, whether it's healthcare, these are systems that have been slowly built up over 200 years. And unfortunately, we can't fix them overnight. So our goal is to move as quickly as we can to make real changes for our citizens, because it needs to be addressed and it needs to be a priority at every level of government. And I think that's one of the other challenges is there's not, at this point, a real coordinated effort between local government, state government, and certainly not at the federal government to address these longstanding issues.
Yeah, and it's still an ongoing conversation and discussion. If people want to still submit, something they want to say, something they want to be addressed, where can they do that and how can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the Clark County website, clark.wa.gov, there is a link on the right-hand side for council meetings. And if you go there, there is a button to submit comments, and those comments then go to all 5 counselors. Those do become a part of the public record. So if people have stories that they would rather not share that could be later accessed in a public records request, give any of the counselors a call. And all of us are open to hearing these stories and working to make things better.
All right, and we'll put a link to that on coin.com as well. Councilman Blom, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.